lot of people heard my phone call with the 14th precinct yesterday. And it's on X, if people are following on X, at JG_CSTT. You can hear that. I called yesterday after, remember, I was assaulted by, what was that dude's name? McLaurin. What an idiot. That guy's 24. He's been on the force for like 2 years. He's already got one complaint. The CCRB, which is the Civilian Complaint Review Board, pretty toothless, feckless kind of thing. Doesn't really have the ability to effectively enforce much of anything when the cops do something bad. But the point is, he's already got one complaint there, and I think we can see why. That guy, first of all, I am 99% sure that Long Island Audit got a judgment in district court that said, no, cops, you can't just put up a sign that says no recording in the police station and have that be the law. We've got a little something called the Constitution, and what the police are doing is public stuff, so people have a right to see it. Then I went into the 10th precinct sort of right after that, and they said, nope, it's been appealed. But I'm pretty sure that just the filing of an appeal doesn't get the ruling stays in place until the appellate court makes a decision, and they haven't done that. So I am 99% sure that the cops are wrong about that. I'm not a lawyer though, and I haven't been able to reach Long Island Audit. I've tried contacting him a few times. Now I'm back over here at the Wolcott Hotel, and the idea is Detective Johnson said he would meet me here. I kind of feel like he was playing a game with me, because remember, if you haven't heard, I was going to bring the phone call and play it here, but I think it's like 18 or 19 minutes, and it's just sort of like reposting the same show. Also, I got here a bit early to wait for the detective, and he's expected within the next 15 minutes. So I figured I'd get here early, and if he arrives, you know, I wanted to be here before he arrives. Now, it's also interesting to observe that we just don't see that. Oh no, there it is. This is this SUV. Now, when I first saw this the other day, remember we had the Army doing stuff over here. And when I first saw this SUV the other day, I thought it was like for driving people to the airport, but keep in mind, hotels in New York City don't generally do that, particularly not a small hotel like this. I mean, maybe the Hilton or something, but a small hotel like this would not have a courtesy van associated with it necessarily. It could. I noticed when I was looking through Google Maps, or Google Earth, whichever one it is that lets you look backward in time, I noticed the last few captures, that SUV is there, but it just started appearing there within the last year or two, sort of coincident with whatever is going on here at the hotel, which, remember, we still don't know. And you know, when I went to the 14th precinct yesterday, I sort of expected that the cops were going to do nothing. I didn't expect that I would be assaulted like that immediately. I mean, the NYPD is constantly hitting new lows as far as unprofessionalism, lack of courtesy. I mean, that was outright dangerous. When you are a cop and you escalate an altercation, you know, you're introducing the possibility, what if I flipped out and started a fight and he decided he needed to shoot me? Somebody would have been killed. What if someone other than me went there and that cop did that, and the guy got pissed off and started a problem inside that room and did whatever, and somebody got hurt? The cops are generally very stupid. I'm hoping that Detective Johnson will defy my expectations. See, now, the thing is, we have reason to believe there's crime going on here. So this woman just walked out of the hotel and met this guy. Is this the igloo cooler pimp setting her up for the day of work? I think it would be pretty easy to come over here and sort of figure out who's hanging out, who's doing what, what's going on, who's going where. And by the way, I'm in public here. I'm allowed to do this. Idiots who think that I can't record them because they don't want to be recorded, they have to go home or they have to go somewhere where there's an expectation of privacy. Not outside a public hotel, on a sidewalk, not inside the police station. You don't have an expectation of privacy in those places. Now, I think the police probably could get away with saying, you know, you're not allowed to record in an interrogation room, you're not allowed to record their offices, but in the general public lobby entrance of the cops, particularly if they intend to assault you when you go there to report a crime, that's the second time the NYPD, or not more than that, maybe it's like the 50th time, that the NYPD have refused to take a police report from me. And I allege it's retaliatory, it's a First Amendment violation. I have a First Amendment right to redress grievances with the government, which the cops are part of. So if I go there to tell them that I suspect there's a criminal operation going on here and that the cops are involved, and then they assault me and throw me out, seems like a First Amendment violation. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. Sometimes I say things that are my opinion, and other people look at the same facts and they come to other conclusions. That's valid. But you see, it's my opinion that the cops are breaking the law and that they know that something illegal is going on at this hotel, and they're allowing it to continue. And the reason I think that is because, remember, Orrin Levi, you know, this guy's got a busy day. He's out the door on the phone. He's got motorcycle gang people to meet up with, probably, you know, 3 out of 4 crimes in Times Square. There's a busy schedule over here. But remember, Orrin Levi, hey, this guy looks like he works there. Is that the manager or something? Why don't you come over and have a word with me? You look like the guy who keeps hanging up the phone on me. Are you the guy who keeps not letting me speak to Sean? Yeah, you are. You work at the front desk, don't you? What's your name, criminal? You're going to jail, motherfucker. Come on out. Come on out. You threatening me? Okay, that looks like the guy who's been hanging up the phone on me when I call to speak to, it's not Sean Parker. Why did I say that? Paul McKenzie is the name of the manager in the hotel there. Let's see if this asshole, see what he says. They're mad. They're super mad. Let's call this asshole. That was him, I could tell. Seems like he doesn't want to answer the phone.
Box is not currently accepting messages because voicemail has not yet been activated. Please try your call again later.
So, see, they won't answer the phone. This guy's got a little baby on a leash. Is that his kid? Do they have any idea? So in 5 minutes, I expect our friend the detective will be here. I think we just got an image of the guy at the front desk. I could tell by his face. That's the voice I've been speaking to the past couple days. I think we might have to publish a phone call with that stupid guy. Because you see, what's happening is it seems like foreigners have taken over control of this hotel. That guy speaks with an accent. Can't talk to you, man. That guy speaks with an accent, and we've got foreign invaders working in a hotel controlled by foreigners. This guy's texting somebody about the baby on the leash. Is this the detective? Detective Johnson? No? No, he's just parking in the parking garage there. Is this Elon Musk? It's a Chinese girl. Where's the detective? I don't know, it just looks to me like this guy's not out taking his daughter for a walk. He's waiting for somebody. There's a distance between that guy and the kid that doesn't seem very fatherly, does it? She's smiling. Where's the cops? Maybe he'll be on time. Detective Johnson. I get the feeling that he's not going to show up, because what am I going to do? Sorry, is there an issue? Excuse me, you got a problem? Something wrong? You don't like me recording you? Maybe you should go back to the country that you came from, because here, I'm allowed to record people. What are you doing outside here? You're telling somebody that I'm recording you and you don't like that? I don't think that is something that you're allowed to do. Look at how these people are being integrated into society. They can do crimes, nothing will happen. Citizens come over and exercise their rights within the law, and they want to get the cops involved. Is that this guy's kid? What's he gonna do with this kid when somebody shows up? Is he going inside? Where's this guy going? You see, I think there's a crime happening in this hotel. So I'm not going and doing this to harass people, and I'm not doing this at any other hotel. Detective Johnson?
Sorry?
Are you Detective Johnson?
I apologize.
Are you a detective with the NYPD?
No.
Now he looks a little more fatherly. That looks like how a guy would handle his daughter, not holding her on a leash. Why is he so nervous? It seems like, why would he even notice me here? Just, I don't know, it seems like everybody coming out of this hotel doesn't seem to be conducting normal business. This is like some kind of special AMG Mercedes with that stripe, no? Or maybe this guy, yeah, it is. Look at all this sketchy activity at this hotel. All right, so any minute the detective should be here if he's going to be on time. He didn't give me a phone number to follow up with him on or anything like that. And I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if he doesn't show up. Oh, you see, look at that. They're staking me out down there now. Let's see what we got here. I didn't want to publish the time that he said he was coming to meet me, because obviously everybody could come. See, yeah, this girl's recording me. These people have no license plate on the front of their car. Florida plates. Temporary. You got to be careful. You're going to get a ticket without a license plate in the front. What's the matter? What's the problem? I think your passenger is trying to say something to me. Is this your wife? Is this your girlfriend? Are these your kids? What are you guys doing with these kids? Where's your license plate on the front of your car? You know it's illegal to not have a license plate on the car, right? Is that your kid?
Yo soy de muy poquita paciencia.
Ah, you work for the criminal organization. Do you realize, Benny, you're working for a criminal organization? The NAICA is a criminal organization, Benny. You should quit. Are you sure this is this man's child? Have you vetted everyone in this building? Because we got somebody over here who appears to be breaking the law. He's got no license plate on the front of his car. And these don't look like his kids. They look nothing like him. Who's this guy? Where's that guy? Where are the cops? Where's Detective Johnson? What the hell's going on over here? So you work for the hotel? You don't want to be on camera either. You're doing something fucked up too, probably. All of you people. Who are you waiting for, bro? Is that your baby? Is that your kid? Where's Detective Johnson? It's pretty dangerous coming over here. Looks like we got a lot of gangbangers around. Guy's waiting here for somebody, isn't he? Sorry, looking at the phone there for a second. This guy's really waiting.
14th precinct of the New York City Police Department.
Why wouldn't he go back inside if I'm bothering him? He's really waiting for
hang up and
somebody.
dial 911.
Seems to be coordinating with this
If this is a
guy.
non-emergency, such as a noise complaint, you may call.
Wait while I transfer your call.
Hello, this is the Midtown South Detective Squad. How may I help you this wonderful day?
Is Detective Johnson in?
We don't have a Detective Johnson.
I called there yesterday and spoke to a guy who said he was Detective Johnson.
Hugh Johnson?
Didn't give me his first name.
Oh, no, we don't have a Detective Johnson.
So who's
How may I
Hugh
help you
Johnson?
otherwise, sir? Now
So-
I'm curious.
Huh? Well, can you come over and meet me at 4 West 31st Street? It's the Wolcott Hotel. I think there's a crime going on right now.
Yeah, we're on our way. Oh, yeah, what's going on?
Well, there's a bunch of people hanging out with a little baby. Looks like they're trying to hand her off to some sketchy dudes.
I'll be right there. Let me call dispatch.
Come right over.
I'm going to the Wolcott Hotel, sir. I'll see you right there.
Thanks. Are you kidding? Do people fucking believe what just happened right there? That was the cops. That was the 14th precinct. I'm about to get killed standing over here. Do people understand what just happened? That was the police. They lured me over here at 10:30 in the morning. Someone told me on the phone his name was Detective Johnson. And that guy just said there is no Detective Johnson, doesn't care that there's two mid-20s foreign nationals right there with a baby who may or may not be theirs, a sketchy guy in a car with temporary Florida dealer plates, and the cops literally don't give a shit. Was that the most stunning moment I've ever recorded in my life? It might be. Holy cow. What is going on at that hotel? This just got so much more serious. Every single day that I think nothing crazier can happen at that damn place. Wow. I wonder what she thinks of the assassination attempt. I can't process this right now. Those guys were warming up to have somebody come and shoot me. Wow. So, okay, I don't normally reveal this on a live stream, but I've time shifted this stream. It can sometimes be extremely dangerous for me to go around the city broadcasting my real-time location. And this was maybe one of the most dangerous things I've ever attempted. Charles did not want me to go. He presumed the cops would try to arrest me, which I realized was a strong possibility. But I think people have observed. Some people, and if you see me for the first time, you might think I'm just an asshole antagonizing the cops. That's not true. Well, it's an opinion matter. Maybe you think I'm an asshole. And I am antagonizing the cops. It's a little bit true, but it's not for no purpose, and it's not just to antagonize them. I'm trying to make a police report, and when they refuse to allow me to do that, damn, I think I do have to sue the 14th precinct now. This is just an insane First Amendment violation. But the problem is, that's going to cost, I can't remember if it's $500. They raised something to $650. That might be appeal. But it's going to take a year or two, a ton of writing. I mean, it hurts my ability to do crowdsource the truth, to be doing all these lawsuits, because it just takes forever. And I just, it's like if I lost all my money at the rigged casino, and then I said, I got an idea. I'll go back there and start playing blackjack. It's just rigged. I don't think you can win. What'd you think about the assassination attempt against Donald Trump? She's not paying attention. So these girls don't want to talk about that. It's old news to them already. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. It's not old news. This was incredible. Also filed under the cops are stupid category. I had, a long time ago, done a right to know request. They don't have FOIA in PA. So my right to know request finally got fulfilled, and the stupid cops provided a document. We now have an unredacted, so this is the whole dump. I just put the whole thumb drive, and then the top thing there at crowdsourcethetruth.org, that is the unredacted after action report. And it tells us the names of the different officers who took the different pictures. That picture of Crooks from out the window, that was taken by Greg Nickel. But the other one, the death photo of Yerrick, that was taken by, what's the guy's name? Italian last name that's escaping me right now. I have it there. I posted it on X. People, I really encourage people to follow on X, because even though I have my misgivings about Elon Musk, for now at least, it's a platform that, you know, allows things to be discussed and shared that other platforms won't allow. So do they have like a baby factory in that hotel where they just get morally broken women to get pregnant, have babies with people they don't care about, have children they don't care about? They would obviously not care about their own lives, but they would get more money from the government for having this baby. They could give it to some goon like that guy, sell it to somebody. I mean, what was going on? That just looked sketchy to me. Didn't look like a guy waiting to take that kid to preschool. Or maybe it did. Maybe I'm wrong. People say, you're racist. That's just a guy. Where did that dude go? That guy was looking at me. Where the hell did that guy go? Wow. Yeah, so people have been kind of like spotting weirdos following me. There's no doubt. Happens all the time. So, I mean, that was unbelievable what we just witnessed on the phone. It also shows how stupid the cops are. You call the cops to report. See, the other thing is, do people remember when there was that little riot, like mini riot, out in front of FIT? And I wasn't even on a live stream. I was just walking by there and broke out my regular cell phone. And there was a guy who was super aggressive Palestinian supporter, which at the time it really confused me because he had a Spanish accent. And I think this guy's name was Vincent Parra, or maybe Victor Parra. And he was captured. That's me taking a picture of him in his keffiyeh outside FIT. That's a mugshot that the cops published in the New York Post saying that this dude was arrested and put into Rikers Island. So did they get some kind of Felix Sater type secret agreement going with Mr. Parra there to make him into some kind of confidential human informant and get him to participate in riots? See, I think a lot of people probably have heard me say in the past that the police want this to happen. I told you that the police knew what was going on at that hotel. And it was Orrin Levi's reaction to the initial report that informed me of that. He was so quick to say that Jason is lying, this is a migrant hotel, but Jason never said that it wasn't a migrant hotel. That guy frequently says Jason is lying, and then when you ask him what is Jason lying about, he'll say he lies to his followers to get clicks. But what do I lie about? I have not knowingly lied about anything. There might be things that I've said that are incorrect. Certainly there have in almost 8 years. But he's the one who's lying because he won't tell you what it is that he alleges I'm lying about. And he always tells you that I'm lying about something that I haven't even said. I don't believe I ever said that that hotel was not a migrant hotel. It's other people who just took my video and said, oh, look, martial law is coming. They're bringing in the National Guard. I mean, frankly, I think what's actually happening is a lot worse than that, because ostensibly, if they did bring in martial law, the purpose would be to control criminals that were out of control, not to protect them from me. Did you see how angrily that guy smashed on the door? So I think if we were in whatever shitholi country that guy was from, he would have taken out a grapefruit knife and tried to slice me with it, but he knows that if he did that, their whole operation would be sank. So he stays inside there and pounds on the glass. Every ounce of energy coming from that miscreant mutt tells me he was exactly the shithead I was talking to on the phone yesterday. You know what? I think I'm going to release the phone calls with that guy as a sponsor exclusive, because there's so many people who are sponsoring Crowdsource the Truth on Odyssey.com/@Crowdsource the Truth. That's the most economical way to do it. Only $3 per month plus a 58-cent Odyssey fee. I should have thanked those people for using the bicycles politely. But it's the most economical way for people to sponsor the show and access the sponsor exclusive library. But if you sponsor the show on there, you can really help me keep things going. And yeah, what I'll do is I'll release the phone calls with that hotel clerk, because I think at this point there's enough information in the public domain that I've produced for free that that phone call is mostly contentious. It's him telling me that my forefathers, I'm not an American Indian. First of all, the guy had never seen me before today, so he didn't know what I was. Second of all, none of my forefathers were here. I think they were in like England or Russia and Poland and places like that. I had nothing to do. He's basically saying because a bunch of people who I had nothing to do with and wasn't involved with, and really I'm not descendant from any more than any other, I guess we're all descendant from two people at some point, maybe. But the point is, he's saying, oh, well, this isn't your country, so we're doing this. And I think that's the attitude of a lot of people, even when they get into Congress or become judges or wherever. It's like, hey, 200 years ago or 400 years ago, you did this, or somebody we perceive as you did this, so now we're going to do all this stuff to you. I mean, look, if they're basically acknowledging that we're at war. I knew that guy was lying when he said Detective Johnson, because the first question I was going to ask him is, hey, when I call and hit 2 for detectives, is it an office inside the 14th precinct, or is it some central detective squad? Because when I call the 10th precinct, sometimes I also speak to a guy named Detective Johnson. I think the cops just tell you whoever the hell they want. I think that when you call the cops, you should immediately know exactly who you're talking to. This is ridiculous. You see how they avoid accountability? That's disgusting what just happened right there. And if we hear at any time in the future that there's a child trafficking operation going on in that hotel, I think there's reasonable suspicion to start talking to those two guys, look into that Florida temporary license plate. What the hell are the cops doing? Assaulting and antagonizing me. It's outrageous. Please become a sponsor, everybody. Odyssey.com/@crowdsourcethetruth, crowdsourcethetruth.substack.com, and subscribestar.com, and patreon.com/crowdsourcethetruth. I'll be on tonight at 7:30 with John Cullen. Don't miss that. Thanks to everybody who sponsors the show. Amazing. Amazing criminality by the NYPD. We're going to find out who those officers are. Disgraceful.